Are we live? I think we're going. I think it's time. It's time for the biggest stream of the year. Because it's the first stream of the year. It's time. I'm going to just walk around and press some buttons. Happy New Year, everyone, if it is the new year for you yet. If it's not, don't worry. In about a half an hour, there's going to be about 100 clocks chiming. So if you can stay for a half hour, great. We'd love to have you. It is definitely going to be the time to visit. I'm just going to kind of walk around the room here and play a couple. I've got batteries in quite a few, as you can see. But yeah, I'm very excited. Thank you all for tuning in. We're just getting started. Where do you find clocks like these? That's a good place. There's also a code there you could use as well. You can find that exact one. But, yeah. I have batteries in so many. I'm so excited. It's been a really long time since I've put batteries in this many clocks. How about the Mickey one, shall we? It's got this nice little introduction song. And if you're wondering what this clock would look like if it wasn't Disney themed, there's the normal version beside it. It does the same thing. Unfortunately, the creepy 8-bit clock does not have batteries in it at this time, but the Hello Kitty ones do. This one I'm working on fixing right now, so it's a little bit finicky. The demo button doesn't always work, as you can see. There we go. And that was that one. It doesn't have the best sound when you compare it to the other Hello Kitty clock over here. Very similar to the first one that I played in the stream. This is the normal version of it. But yeah, unfortunately I do not ship to the UK at this time. If you send me an email, I can try and figure out something for you, try and find you a dealer in the UK that sells these. But yeah, this one's kind of cool over here. It plays music based on the season. It doesn't really do anything crazy, but it's got these lights. But yeah, then there's a similar one beside it. That one's from Japan, though. Do we have any Snoopy fans in here? Got the Snoopy clock. Oops. And it's gonna chime 11 times now. The 2005 Seiko. Yes, I will play that one. It's got some Beatles songs. Let's see here. Do you have the Phantom of the Opera clock in stock? Unfortunately, not at this time. I will have one in stock at some point this year, though. I just need to fix it. It needs a new timekeeping movement. So I need to replace that, the old one. Happy New Year! Freedom, first of all. Thank you for the rose. I totally forgot to say something back to that. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. And number two, if you stay in here for about 20 more minutes, they are all going to go off on the hour. All the ones I have batteries in, at least, which is about 100 clocks. I didn't count, but it was a couple $100 worth of batteries to get to this point today, and about a week of work. So I am very excited, and I hope you all are as well. If you don't want to sit here for like 20 minutes, just set an alarm on your phone and come back. I promise it's worth it. It's 3 minutes of pure chaos, a lot of noise, but it's a lot of fun. I do not have the 2024 Seiko clock, unfortunately, Halo 1 baby, but thank you very much for the rose. I do have these over here, the 2017 and the 2016. I will play the 2016. I'm a big fan of the 2016. Hey, Jude, yeah. Jude was just in here. That's funny. I love that one, though. Oh my gosh. I got my coffee here on the floor because this is about to be a long live stream today. So that will be getting drank at some point. I have one of these at work. It's from the late 90s, cityscape like New York. Possibly like this one up here. Possibly. I'll play this one in a second, but I do gotta come back. Yes! We do have the chicken flag. It's actually a pillowcase, and it was supposed to come stuffed, but it did not come stuffed. It was a gift from my friend Nick Champion, who works at Champ's Clock Shop. And yes, if you're a regular, like Juicy Kirby Legs, you'll know that this clock is very iconic to the live stream. If you want some more info, I will certainly play it. We've also got, heck yeah, it's 2025. This was a scrap sheet of paper that I found. But yeah. So, yeah, but this one with the cityscape I really love. I love the songs. It plays Honesty by Billy Joel, which is one that a lot of you guys like, I know. Which, this is not Honesty, but... Juliana, the great thing about these clocks is that they all have these neat little things. This one is right below the 6, but it is a light sensor, and whenever the light sensor doesn't detect light, like if I turned off all the lights in here, the clocks would not go off. So, like, you have a grandfather clock or a cuckoo clock, and those go off 24/7, but these only go off whenever the little sensor detects light. So if you want to take a nap at 1 p.m., just turn the lights out and your clock is not going to go off. It's nice. But yeah, I believe I totally forgot Bruno asked to hear a specific song on this clock. I'm going to try and find it. I think this is it. There it is. I think that was the right one. Bruno will correct me if I'm wrong, though, because he knows. And if I was wrong, I will play the correct one. I'm pretty sure. Those Japanese melodies that clock plays, I don't know exactly which one is which. But yeah, let's see. How many clocks do you have? I have about 350 in my personal collection, which most of those you are seeing currently. um, but I do have a lot of parts clocks as well that I don't count, and other ones that I am selling as well. Which this one I just noticed is not running. We'll see if that keeps going. Yeah, it takes a lot of time to put batteries in these because I don't normally keep batteries in a lot of these clocks just due to the leakage and stuff that is possible if you don't maintain them and watch them. You're supposed to change the batteries every 6 months to year. I change them every time we have a time change, so every 6 months. And it's very hard to maintain and watch over whenever you have so many clocks to make sure that there's no leakage or anything. And actually today I did find one that had leakage. Luckily I found it early, or it could have been fatal to the clock, because I would say probably 80% of the problems with these clocks are caused due to battery leakage. And most of the time when that happens, they can't be fixed unless it just rots the battery terminal. Then you can replace those. But yeah, I'm gonna play this one real quick. Definitely a fun one to watch. Seiko has some pretty cool pieces. Most of the ones you're going to see today are Rhythm. Rhythm is my preferred brand, I guess. I do still really like Seiko, but Rhythm's always been my favorite. And that's what the majority of them in here. I see your comments, and I'm so sorry I forgot to respond. If I do forget to respond to any of your comments, just say them again, and I will eventually respond, I promise. But I do not have any Victorian era clocks in here. I have some older antique clocks, but I don't keep them in here with the rest of the newer clocks. And these are the ones that I'm more into, which would probably make some clock collectors cringe a little bit, but this is just always what I've been into because they're different. They're different than the stuff you normally see. They're not a grandfather clock. They're not a cuckoo clock. This is something that's different that a lot of people haven't seen before. And yeah, I don't know. I get asked that question a lot. Why do you like these clocks so much? And it's kind of like, I don't know. They're just different. They're cool. They sort of take you by surprise. But yeah. And speaking of, do you have any Studio Ghibli clocks? Ghibli. I do. I'm so glad you asked. There's this one right here, but there's also this little one I just got here for Christmas that I will play if you want. It doesn't play any music. It's a little alarm clock, but it's still pretty neat. It's got this wooden bell, and then that mallet like hits the bell, and that's the alarm sound. It's kind of neat. But here is the Totoro clock that I love, and I know a lot of you love very much. I loved mine. Unfortunately, time stopped passing, and there is no one to fix them. I'm in Michigan. I unfortunately don't know anyone in Michigan. I know some people in Ohio, Amish country, Ohio, believe it or not, Time and Optics, um, and down in Atlanta area, Champ's Clock Shop, of course, they've fixed quite a few of mine as well. But yeah, there's not a lot of people that fix them, and a lot of the reasoning is because they're too afraid. It's not that they're difficult to fix. I repair them myself, although I'm not open for repairs at the moment. But they're really not that difficult to fix most of the time from my experience, unless it has a very serious problem. A lot of clock repairmen are just afraid to open them up because they're not used to repairing stuff like this. I hope that someday things will change, and I do know some other people that are getting into it. My one friend in Tennessee is getting into it as well. And I don't think does repairs on these at this time, but I'm hoping that he will in the future, and I'm also hopeful that I will be able to in the future as well. But yeah, unfortunately, it's kind of difficult at this time to find different people. But here is the Concerto Entertainer. We've got about 10 minutes left till it starts to be chaos and it's midnight somewhere again. A lot of these clocks you're seeing are going to be going off on the hour. And it's going to get a little bit noisy, but it's going to be fun. I promise, it's going to be fun. So thank you all for coming in, for sure. If you want to wait another 10 minutes, we're almost there for round 1. I don't know how many rounds there will be today, but round 1 is coming up. I've spent a week, preparing for this, so I'm very excited. And thank you all for coming in. Where do you buy your clocks? Take a screenshot if you need. A lot of the clocks you're seeing are for sale. Not all of them. There are certain ones that aren't, because a lot of this is my personal collection, but I have sprinkled some others throughout here as well. This is a nice one as well that's playing the same song. We're going to skip it. That's a nice thing. They all have little demo buttons. They will ring at the same time, yes. It's going to be about a 3-minute thing where they all play pretty much at the same time. Can I play the first Noel? I will. I'll see if I can find it here. There. Oh, Braden, I saw your comment. Sorry. I'm trying to remember if I took batteries out of it or not. I think I might have taken batteries out of this one to put batteries in the tri-cracker. Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. I wanted to put batteries in the tri-cracker because a lot of people really like honesty on that one. And this one doesn't really have a whole lot of movement. But I do have batteries in this one, which is very similar. I like this one a little more. I just like watching the little fellas move. They like to crank the music box. Obviously, that's not a real music box, but it's still kind of cool. If you want to see a real music box, though, I will show you in just a second. This one right here, which I've put a little New Year's disc in. It is A Whole New World. This is a real music box. We got just under 5 minutes. I'm gonna say probably 3 to 4 minutes till it all starts. Whenever we hear this cuckoo clock go over here, that's whenever it's time. So, yeah. But yeah, the pull me. This clock has a string instead of a demonstration button like they typically have. Like this one right here has a little button. No batteries in either of these, but this one over here is very similar. The Snoopy themed one. It's got a string down here that you pull, which if I can get my hand through here. The big hands are not doing very good right now. There we go. I got it. Now I'm going to pull it. We're getting there. We're getting close. Here's another Snoopy clock. And for some Snoopy fans, I've got the whole Snoopy collection over here. Not the entire one. I think that would be pretty impossible to collect every single one, but there are quite a few. We got the Joe Cool. We've got the other Joe Cool. We've got the other Joe Cool. And the tennis one in the back as well. We got 2 minutes. Oh, not even 2 minutes. It's about to go any second now. I love this little cuckoo clock. The cool thing about this is you'll hear in just a second, it doesn't have an electronic sound. It's similar to an accordion. You can see down in there that white sort of like paper looking thing. That's what makes the sound. It's Japanese washi paper made from a couple different kinds of trees and bushes. Here we go. But it sounds so cool. It's just light and airy. And it's time. It's time. We're going to watch this second hand. And as soon as the second hand gets up to the top, it's time. Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks for coming in. and Happy New Year. I think my favorite comment during that was, oh my god, this is horrendous and beautiful at the same time. I want to go to here. This is my bedroom. So, unfortunately, this is not open to the public at this point. Someday I would really love to have a museum/shop where you all could visit, because I have a lot of people wanting to come visit. The closest thing I can recommend now is near Atlanta, Georgia, Champ's Clock Shop. Like Champ's Clock Shop in Atlanta, Georgia. Every March, it's the first weekend of March, I believe. This year it will be March 8th, 2025. They have their annual chiming event where they set all 1,000 clocks in their store to go off on the hour at the same time. And it's more chaotic than that was. And you get to be in person. They have big grandfather clocks, cuckoo clocks, rhythm musical clocks, etc. It's amazing. I definitely recommend going there if you can. I don't know why it's hiding some of these comments. It hid your comment, Juicy Kirby Legs, but I liked it. There we go. But Happy New Year, everyone. That was it. It's gonna happen again in an hour, so feel free to stick around if you want. Set an alarm, come back in about 55 minutes, and it'll happen again. But, yeah, so thank you all for coming in. That was crazy. I got goosebumps. It's like all my hard work. There it was in about 3 minutes. But it was awesome, and I hope you all enjoyed. Someone was asking about a Phantom of the Opera clock before, and these two do play Phantom of the Opera. I think this one is the one that's set to that section of melodies right now, though. This is not Phantom of the Opera, by the way, but I didn't want to skip it because I like this song. Thank you very much, Juliana, for coming in. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all of you. And thank you to the Elliots for also coming in as well. You guys are awesome. My probably number one supporters underneath my parents and maybe the champions. Jeff is a big supporter. I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for Jeff. But yeah, that was Unchained Melody, yes. Can you play the clock that has Ghibli songs? Ghibli. I say both. I know only one of them's right, but I'm not good at pronouncing things. Totoro clock. Probably the cutest clock I have. As soon as I said that, you said they're cute. See, we're on the same wavelength. We get each other. Definitely probably the cutest clock I have. I also did get this one for Christmas. It's an alarm clock. Let me demonstrate it for you. It's very loud. It's gonna wake up my parents in the room beside me. Except for the fact that they definitely got woke up 5 minutes ago. Look at that thing move! It's moving so fast. It was moving so fast, it looked like it was, like you could see through it. But yeah. Do most clocks like this let you press and play the feature even when it isn't on the hour? Yes. Most of them do have that feature. Even these older ones here, like this one, it even has a demonstration button on the side. But all of the new ones, even this plain one over here that doesn't do anything, it just solely plays music. This has a little demo button down there at the bottom. But yeah. Where did you buy these? The Totoro clock. This one I had to buy from Japan, and they unfortunately don't make it anymore. It's very hard to find. So I would say look in Japan. That's your best option. This one I bought, well, I didn't buy it. I got it as a Christmas gift. I think my mom got it off of the Japanese Amazon. And Rhythm is the brand that makes this, the same brand that makes all of these. Small World, Rhythm. But Rhythm makes this as well, and they have quite a few different Totoro clocks. This is one of my favorites, but they do have another one I'm looking for that plays a music box melody. I think it plays the Totoro theme as like a melody on a little music box, and that one is really cool as well. I think it's about $100, something like that, but it's wooden. It's really nice. Unfortunately, I don't have that one, but yeah. If they went off at night, I'd be so scared. That's the great thing about these. With the demonstration buttons that you can press at any time, they also have these little things over here. That thing is a light sensor. So if I turned the light off in this room whenever all these clocks were about to go off, none of them would go off. Because the sensors weren't detecting light. So, yeah. This is one of my favorites. And there's another color over there. Same thing, just different color. This is for your silver people. And this is for your gold and silver people, I guess. And brown. Do you live in Frankenmuth? I do not. There is a clock shop in Frankenmuth that used to sell these clocks. I don't know if they still do. Because as of today, Rhythm, this company here, they are no longer shipping clocks to the United States. So, unfortunately, what we have here is what we have, and there are very limited quantities left. But, yeah, unfortunately, Rhythm is leaving the U.S., or has left the U.S. as of today, December 31st of 2024. I almost said 2023. Wow. Was their last day operating in the United States. So, and I think their last shipment was in November. So, unfortunately, a lot of these clocks you see here probably will not be produced for very much longer. I can't guarantee that. But, unfortunately, yeah, that's the sad truth. Hi from Argentina. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well from the United States. But yeah, the light sensor is definitely a a very smart feature for these clocks. And I mean, like, I could point them out to you. Like, that one is right above the 6. This one is right in there in the little city. But yeah, Happy New Year. What time zone are you? This is Eastern Standard Time here. I celebrated the New Year with my family, watched the ball drop, and then went live a half hour after that. And here we are still. And we will be live for at least about another hour. So come back if you want to hear all these clocks go off on the hour again. 3 minutes of beautiful chaos. But yeah, there's quite a few that have batteries, some that I haven't really shown off before, some that I have, that if you followed the account or seen these clocks before, you may have seen them. This is one of my personal favorites here because it plays the Beatles. My favorite song too. I love your clocks. They're so cute. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like them. If you come back in about 45 minutes, you're going to hear about 100 of them go off at the same time. New Year's celebration. But yeah, I love Help. I wish more of them played it. It's one of my favorite Beatles songs. Kind of an underrated Beatles song, I think. But yeah, see, Braden knows the lyrics. This is another one, too, that I did fix recently and cleaned from top to bottom. It took me forever, but it looks great now. I do work with a shop in Georgia, but I do have my own online store where I sell a lot of these clocks. Some of the ones you've seen today are also available. For example, this one. It may not be convenient to go to Georgia, but I do highly recommend if you're in the area, ever. They're about 20 minutes from Atlanta, so even if you fly into the Atlanta airport and you have a couple hours of what do they call that? Layover. If you got a couple hour layover, it's definitely worth the Uber trip to Champ's Clock Shop. They have the world's largest cuckoo clock that was made in Germany. They had to build an entire room onto their shop to house it because it's so big. They have the world's largest Kit Kat clock, the little cat clocks with the eyes that go back and forth and the little tails at the bottom that wag. But I definitely, obviously for me it's different because look at me, I've got all these clocks here, but my mom, whenever I was maybe 6 years old, there was a TV commercial for Disney World on TV. And she's like, hey, do you want to go to Disney? And I said, no, I want to go to Champ's Clock Shop. And that was my answer. And we went. We did go. And that was the trip of a lifetime for me. But we went specifically to Georgia to go to Champ's. But there are plenty of things to do around the Atlanta area, and especially in Douglas County, Georgia, that's where they're at. There are a lot of extra things to do around there. If you've ever seen Stranger Things, a lot of Stranger Things has been shot in Douglas County. Champs has also helped with a couple movies. If anyone saw Red 1, Champs helped out with Red 1. There were some clocks in a couple scenes in Red 1. Those are all from Champs. What's up, Kerbo? Happy New Year. Thanks for coming in. Anyway, I'm talking too much, so we're gonna play some clocks because I think Bruno requested to hear Blue Danube, and I forgot, so I apologize. Carbo, that is so real. Live, laugh, love clocks. I'm excited that you're here. If you can't stay for a while, or if you get bored, come back about 2 or 3 minutes before the hour, because a lot of these clocks are going to go off, and it's going to be crazy, and it's definitely worth it. I promise. I have spent countless hours working on this, and I got goosebumps about 15 minutes ago. So I recommend. Hey Adam, what's up? Welcome back. Been a long time. I haven't been live on here in a while, but I had to do a New Year's special. Hi Aubrey, and happy birthday to Lainey Quinn. I hope I said that correctly. I'm sorry if I didn't. Please let me know. If you're in here and you're looking for a clock, this also exists. This is a thing. Let me know. Send me an email if you're looking for a specific one, and I can try and help you out. I said it right. Yay! Good. I'm really bad at pronouncing things. I call Studio Ghibli, and I used to say Totoro instead of Totoro. Yeah, I'm not the best. Can you play the pink Hello Kitty clock? Also, Happy New Year. Yes, I will, right after this one. Happy New Year to you as well. Bruh, I thought you was like 70. Bruh, I am like 23. But it is a common misconception. People think I'm an old woman for some reason, so you're not the first, you won't be the last. Here's this Hello Kitty clock. It's got a little bit of issues. I'm trying to fix it right now. If I ever do fix it, it will be for sale as well. But currently I don't want to sell it in the state that it's in. I want it to be working good. So this demo button doesn't always work. There we go. I like the little sway too. It's like, it doesn't do it very much, but it does it enough. That's another issue though, like certain angles, whenever you hang it on the wall, it stops. So I'm trying to fix that as well. But yes, I do work on these clocks. Let's see. I think that I have pronounced it wrong. I had someone correct me in a previous stream and I got extremely embarrassed. I don't know that song name. To be honest, I couldn't tell you. It plays a bunch of children's songs. Actually, if I take it off the wall, I can look. I'll do that in a second. Thank you, Braden, for the rose. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And thank you for the doing the YouTube membership as well. It means a lot. I try to pump out some exclusive content for all the channel members on YouTube. I appreciate that. the YouTube channel, if you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, you're a real fan. I feel like you're a real clock enthusiast. Because a lot of people on TikTok, they're like, "Ooh, cool clocks," but like and I get it, like that's how I am about things. It's like I follow accounts that post cat videos, but I don't subscribe to the YouTube channel. I guess I don't know. I'm sure there's some that do have them. Same with like specific games I like. I watch people play Mario Kart, but I might not subscribe to their channel. I might just watch them on TikTok or something. Not gonna lie, I have not a clue. There's a bunch of Japanese song names on here. I know it's some kind of a children's song. I'll show you here. Maybe. We got the Shimmy Shake. The Shimmy Shake. The Policeman Dog, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. It plays some interesting songs. I kind of need to research them a little bit more. But yeah. This is a rhythm clock as well. Yes. Shimmy Shake, let's go. Mario Kart YouTubers are so scary. I like Troy, TWD98. I've watched TWD98 since I was probably like not old enough to be on the internet. I'd say I was probably like 9, and I still watch him sometimes to this day, which is kind of funny. Troy, if you ever are watching this and you want a clock, I will literally give you a clock. What the heck was that? What was that? Unfortunately, I don't have any Snoopy clocks. Thank you for the gift, whoever that was. It scared the crap out of me. Thanks, Tay-Tay. Thanks for the gift. Hold on. I unfortunately don't have any Snoopy clocks for sale at this time. And those two over there specifically are pretty hard to find. But if you go on Amazon, you can find these little ones. These are little alarm clocks. You might need to go to the Japanese Amazon, though, to find them. There's a few different styles of this one. But whenever you press the snooze button, it makes the little wood stocks come out. And it's generally pretty affordable. I think this was like $30 or something. It doesn't play any music, unfortunately. But it looks cute. It's a cute little clock if you like Joe Cool. There's one that has cookies, too. But it's relatively inexpensive as well. And like I said, I don't have that one for sale, unfortunately, but I do recommend it. So thank you for the finger heart as well, Tay-Tay. Welcome back. So you got a bed. Does anyone actually sleep there? Yes, I do sleep here, and so does Snoopy. He unfortunately is awake right now, but yes, I do sleep here, and I will tell you how I am able to sleep here. Each of these clocks, along with having the demonstration button, so you can play it at any time, they also have these little light sensors. So whenever the room is dark, whenever I turn the light out in the room, the clock won't go off on the hour. It makes like a little tick sound whenever it hits the top of the hour, but the music and all that does not play. So, it's pretty neat. Sensors! Yes. It's great technology. The clocks are so cool as is, but that little touch makes them so much better. Because I would not have all of these clocks if they went off at night. Now, there's one over here that I do want to show you. It's pretty cool. It's this little mantle clock over here. And it has a night light. It's so cool. Look at it. It's got a night light. I can make it brighter too. Oops. I think that's the switch. Maybe not. Yeah, that's the switch. There it is. I've had this clock since I was about 4 years old. I am 23 now. I've had it forever. I'm not going to play it now in the dark. I'm going to turn the lights on and play it because one, one, it's hard to see, and two, I don't want to mess with anyone that has epilepsy because it is flashing lights. But in the light, it's not very bright. You can still see it, but it won't mess with your epilepsy, I promise. Thank you so much for the gift, Jessica Nicole. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the gift, and thank you, Tay for the dolphin. Hold on. I'm gonna do a dolphin sound. What do they sound like? They sound like... There's my dolphin sound. There you go. Solaris. This is the Solaris clock. It's got the night light. And here's what it does. There it is. It's got the lights. Thank you so much for the hat and mustache. It says a title thing. Thank you so much. I don't know what that means, but thank you so much. And I feel bad that I don't know what that means because it probably did cost you money. That right there, this little cuckoo clock going off, tells me that we have 30 minutes left until all of the clocks chime on the hour again. Just about 30 minutes left. So if you're here for another 30 minutes, it's all going to start again. But yeah. So let's see. I'm glad you guys liked the dolphin noise. And Tay sent me another dolphin, so you know what that means? There we go. I do have dolphin clocks. There's this little dolphin clock. Got the dude riding the dolphin up there, and then the dolphin's down there. And it does that. It does like the exact same thing that this one does. But it doesn't keep time. So unfortunately, I don't have batteries in it right now. Got batteries in this one though. Plays some love songs or something, I think. Got an interesting design. It's funny you say that's a big watch. I used to literally call this the watch clock whenever I was a kid. That was what I called it because I didn't know the actual name of the clock. But yeah, that was the watch clock. I'll play the cuckoo clock again for you. It's 3:33. Shout out to Champ's Clock Shop. There it is. Now, I did say this already, but I kind of want to highlight it a little bit because I think it's really cool. That white down in there, that is washi paper, this special Japanese paper, and it sort of acts like an accordion on this clock to make the actual cuckoo sound, whereas a lot of quartz cuckoo clocks nowadays will use like an electronic thing, and it just has a speaker in it and plays a synthetic chime. This actually makes a cuckoo sound. And you can sort of see it down in there. It's really neat. And the even cooler thing about it is that it only takes one AA battery. Oh my gosh. One AA battery powers this entire thing. It's got the demo button. It's got the night shutoff. This is honestly one of the most underrated timepieces that I have in my collection. And like, you know, comparing that to something like this over here is kind of crazy, but it's just so cool. You can sit it on the shelf. You can hang it on the wall because it's got a little thing there. And, yeah, if you're looking for one, I may or may not. There may or may not be some here. There's a possibility, but genuinely, I have wanted one of these for so long, so I'm so happy that I got one, and I will never be getting rid of this because it's one of my favorite things in my collection. I just love the modern sort of aesthetic, and you can call that weird. You can call that weird because I've got all these other beautiful clocks, but yeah. But anyway, back to this one. I actually want to play this one now. I think Braden will like this too. Braden's a Seiko guy. I wasn't even trying to do the plug-in, but... or the plug, whatever. But I love that one. Thank you so much, Jessica, again for the heart puffs. I don't think I said it, so thank you so much. Feel free to get really mad at me if you send me gifts and I don't acknowledge them. Because I deserve it. You're sending me your hard-earned money, and I'm not intentionally ignoring it, I promise. I'm very grateful. So thank you all for coming in. If you stay for another 25 minutes about, all of the clocks in here that have batteries in, there's about 100 of them, are all gonna go off and chime the new year. So, very excited. I hope you are as well. Juno, thank you. Thank you very much. I love your account and your clocks. Thank you. Here's my half a heart for you. Really appreciate that. But yeah. Most dramatic clock. Most dramatic clock. Oh no, more dolphins. There's 3. I don't want to do 3. God. I guess this is a new thing. We had the chicken dance before, and now we've got the dolphin call. Okay. I don't want to do it with my face on the camera because I just look dumb. Oh my god, you sent more? Stop. Now I'm gonna have to like dolphin call, and I'm gonna lose all the viewers. All right. I can't even do it. Just look up that video of Flight Reacts doing it. Oh my god. Do you have a dolphin plushie? I do not. I got Snoopy though. I've also got Boo from Mario Bros downstairs. I got a big one. Anyway. Hello Kitty clock, anybody? You are welcome for showing the Hello Kitty clock. I'm going to show the cuckoo clock again. Someone asked if I could show the white cuckoo clock again. It's white and blue. I think it's close, right? I think this is the one. Because I don't have any other cuckoo clocks, at least in here. There it is. It makes that little satisfying click at the end, too. Ah, it's so good. There's the little light sensor, so whenever that's covered, not detecting light, it won't play. And the little demo button, so you can listen anytime you want. Fan favorite? Good, I'm glad, because I love the cuckoo clock. I haven't posted a video of it because I'm like, nah, nobody wants to see a cuckoo clock, but you might have inspired me. There might be a video of the cuckoo clock coming. I don't know. Oh my gosh, thank you, Tay-Tay, for the GG, the lightning bolt, the 2025, and the rose, and the ice cream cone. thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And Happy New Year to you as well. Uh, are there any other sounds you would request that I make that are appropriate? I didn't think cuckoo clocks were real. They are real. They are real. If you're near Atlanta, Georgia, I highly recommend visiting Champ's Clock Shop because they have a cuckoo clock that is bigger than my house, probably. It is the world's largest cuckoo clock. Yes, this is my bedroom. You have that cuckoo clock in red. It's red and white? Like the roof is red and then it's white? I want that one. I'm trying to find that one. Oh my gosh. That's so cool. They didn't have them. I just went to Epcot and they didn't have them. I was so sad. That's awesome. Wow, I've never met anyone else that has had them. That's awesome. If you need an instruction manual that's in English, send me an email and I got you. Because I made one. Can we see the character clocks on the bottom shelf? Of course. Yes. Not all of them have batteries in. This one is my mom's over here, the penguin. We've got the Caro clock, the frogs. They jump up and down and they dance. Unfortunately, no batteries though. We've got the bank, the skunk, the slot machine, Charlie Chaplin. That is Charlie Chaplin. It says it on there. Charlie Chaplin. Someone tried to tell me that it wasn't Charlie Chaplin in a previous live stream. That is Charlie Chaplin. And if it was anyone else, I wouldn't have it. Hunk a skunk. Sumo wrestler. He needs dusted off. This racehorse. And the Cactus Kids.
Wow! Yeah! Hey, baby, wake up. Come and dance with me. Wow! Yeah! Hey, baby, wake up. Come and dance with me. Wow! Yeah! Hey, baby, wake up. Come and dance with me. Wow!
There it is. There it is. In all his glory. And then, of course, we've got the Snoopy clocks here. A couple different Snoopy alarm clocks. How much do you spend on batteries? I'd imagine you replace often to avoid corrosion. Yeah, for this stream alone, I spent at least 100 probably on batteries. But I had some from before that were left over that were still good. Last year, I think I spent about 200 on batteries. But I don't keep batteries in these clocks. At least the ones that are in my own collection. I only keep batteries in maybe like 4 at a time just because I'm afraid of corrosion. But yeah, my mom has been waiting all night to hear that clock. This is Bruno. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, it was inevitable at some point. Did you guys see the little pillowcase that Nick got me? Oh my gosh. Bruno is a real one. Everyone say hi to Bruno and his family. They are awesome. I met them for the first time at Champ's Chiming event last year. And I hope to see them again there. And I hope to see some of you there if you can make it. It's March 8th in Douglasville, Georgia, just 20 minutes of Atlanta. You can fly to the Atlanta airport and take an Uber to Champ's. But yeah, I do have a lot of time on my hands. But yeah, I must say I love your wallpaper. Thank you. I really like it too. Unfortunately, it's a little bit patchy over here because I used to have those little glow-in-the-dark stars and they were up there forever. And whenever I took them down, it tore. And then we redid the room, and I had to take these rhythm signs down, and unfortunately they kind of got ruined. But they're you can't find like advertising pieces like these anywhere. They're super rare, so I'm keeping them, obviously. But Champs for sure. If any of you are visiting Champs, let me know when you go, and I can try and come down to meet you. I'd love to meet you and show you around the shop. I go down there a few times a year. I think last year I went down there about 6 or 7 times. But yeah, I'd love to meet you. Do you sell clocks? If you do, I'd like to buy one. I can't actually talk about this. But yes. Check it out. Take a screenshot if you'd like. And if there's one you're looking for that's specific, send me an email and I can do my best to try and help you. These are some that I have available currently. And also this one over here. This is my best selling piece, but we got about 15 minutes left. I'd say maybe 17 minutes exactly. But yeah, 24 hours only. There it is. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, if you're looking for a chicken clock, Champs does have them available. They sell theirs through eBay, but if you go to their shop, you can get them cheaper in person than they are on eBay. That's probably your best option. Take a little souvenir home. You can put it in your luggage. You know, it comes in this box. It's not very big. You can wrap your clothes around it. But yeah. Yeah, they are selling out sort of quick, unfortunately. But there definitely will be some at the chiming event this year if you can make it. The news has sort of gotten out that Rhythm has shut down. Effective today. Rhythm USA ceases to exist today. So no more chickens. No more a lot of these clocks here on the wall. Unfortunately. At least in the United States. Overseas is safe for now. I don't know how long that's gonna last. Because I've heard mixed things from people. There's some that's like, yeah, they're good, and then there's some that's like, no, they're not. So I don't really know who to believe at this point, and I don't want to spread things in information that I'm not sure about. But for now, for certain, rhythm clocks are unfortunately no longer a thing in the USA. But yeah. This is the worst news in 2025. I know, I cried. No joke, I cried. It's kind of dumb, but I did cry. I shed some tears. Here's the Hello Kitty clock, though. The brown Hello Kitty clock. Is this brown? I'm colorblind. I guess, like, it's kind of tan back there a little bit, but this is, like, pink. It's probably the, the lighting as well. I don't know. I can see burnt orange for sure. Yeah. It is a little sunburnt. That's the problem with this clock. It was set in the sun and it cooked a little bit in and it discolored the pink a little bit. That happens on the lighter colored ones, the older models, I should say. Like this right here, it's a little like tan now. It used to be like a pearly white, more like a pinkish. If you look at pictures of the clock in the catalog, it looks very different. I kind of like the burnt a little bit, not gonna lie. That's probably an unpopular opinion though. This one down here is actually one that plays Phantom of the Opera. I think this is the one that Juicy Kirby Legs was asking about. Unfortunately, I do not have any Star Wars ones on my site. Your best bet is to look in Japan. They don't make them anymore, but you can find them pre-owned. It is kind of iffy buying from Japan, especially when you're buying pre-owned. I've had some not so satisfactory experiences doing that myself. But do you have any Seiko clocks? Yes, there's quite a few. This is a newer one, but it's one of my favorites that I have. Currently, I just really like the silver a lot. And there it is. I also really like the blue. I'm a big blue fan and a big silver fan. But yeah, I love that one. About 12 minutes probably left till they start going off. This is like the last one to chime on the hour. Here's another Seiko clock over here. This one's a little bit older. So you may not know this one. OMG, I haven't seen this account in so long. Used to follow you religiously, LOL. Welcome back. Good to have you back. If you would like to stay for another about 10 minutes, all these clocks are going to go off. All the ones that have batteries, at least. It's about 100. And it's kind of chaos, but we are celebrating the new year. But yeah, thanks for your comment. I'm glad you enjoyed. And Happy New Year. Here's this one. I feel like I'm a radio host. There it is. Happy New Year's to you as well. And yes, there are very many Japanese clocks here. As you can see, we got some stickers as well that are Japanese. But yeah, that is just such a cool Seiko clock. They don't make anything like that anymore, unfortunately, but it's so cool. It was new old stock as well. I've still got the little plastic thingies up there. Thank you so much for the rose, Lino or Lino. I'm not sure which it is. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong both times, because that's very possible. I'm not very good at pronouncing things. I'm sorry. This is one of my favorites here of the rhythm clocks. It's a really cool one. And then, of course, there's the black and silver version over here, which is probably my favorite of the two. Fun fact, if you have one of these, you don't want to hear the little intro melody, just double tap the button and it passes it. We've got about 5 minutes, I'd say. 5 minutes till the top of the hour. So I'm just going to kind of walk around and play a couple clocks. And once you hear this little cuckoo clock go off over here, that's when the magic is about to happen. 5 minutes. And it's going to be a little bit chaotic. But I promise it'll be worth it. Oops, wrong button. Whoops. And next up on 105 Clock FM, we have the Blue Danube, I think. Yes. That was sunrise, sunset. Nice ear. You know what that means. It's time. We're going to make our way over here. And it's all about to begin. The moment you've all been waiting for the last hour, probably. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year to anyone who just experienced the New Year, maybe, possibly. I don't know. That would be crazy if someone was actually watching this instead of like the TV broadcast, or maybe enjoying a concert. That's kind of a concert in its own way. A little bit like a death metal concert, maybe, but a lot of calming sounds all put together all at once. It's kind of chaos. But yes, I will play the Totoro one now. Here it is. For any of you that are watching currently, feel free to follow my Instagram as well. 2025 is the year of the Timeless Moments Instagram account. It is at TM Clocks. TM Clocks. Hit it up. Like, comment, subscribe. I gotta do the shameless plugs. I'm sorry. Back to your what was I even gonna say? Your regularly scheduled content is starting now. TM clocks. That's it. I will pin the comment. TM clocks. Kerbo is correct. Hit it up. Thank you. Major love. We got lots of clocks there as well. But yeah, Tales of the Vienna Woods. I do. Let's see if I can find it. Because this one plays it in one of the sections. You know what? Hold on. Give me 1 second. Sorry. I'm going to find it real quick for you. I am dedicated to keeping the fans happy. Let's see what section it's in. This one. Okay. Next up. Alright. Here we go. Tales of the Vienna Woods. A lot of the newer rhythm clocks play that song. I would have to say probably like 90% of them. It's a pretty popular one, but it's good. I like it. It's got this sort of like swingy feel to it, you know? But yeah. You're my absolute favorite channel out of all social media platforms. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Nevada. And hello from the US. These are all in my house. This is my actual bed. This is my bedroom that we are in currently. And yes, I do sleep here. And currently, for anyone wondering how I sleep with all of these clocks, I will say these here, they've got the little demo button. You can play it anytime you want. But it also has this little sensor, the light sensor. Now, the ones that have been here for the last hour are probably tired of me saying this. But anytime the lights are out, the clock will not go off on the hour, which is great for me and Snoopy over here trying to sleep. But yeah. I also love the sound on that one, especially that song, Libestrom, by Lizst List. I don't know if that's how you say it. I'm really bad at pronouncing things again. I love your clocks. I love those clocks. Thank you, Noah and TB. I appreciate that. I also love cuckoo clocks as well. You can't beat the German ones. Although I do have one over here. Not a German-made one. It's actually Japanese-made. But I love watching cuckoo clocks as well. Thank you, Lambs Are Crying, for the finger heart, however you do it. And the 2025. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Love your clocks. Love you. Thank you. Thanks for the love. I really appreciate that. Let's see. Is there one that I like haven't highlighted or played yet? I don't know. This one right here. This is my mom's actually. I got this for her. It's really cool. It changes colors based on the lighting, as you can see, kind of. It's really, really neat. Hey, thank you, Kerbo. Thanks for coming in. Happy New Year, and have an awesome rest of your night. Sleep tight. It is very holographic. That's the word. Thank you. I could not think of it for the life of me. What started my love of clocks? It was really random. I was really, really sick and in the hospital. Whenever I was about, my mom would say 13 months old. I'll just say a year old. I was in the hospital, and the only thing that would calm me down as she was walking me up and down the hallway in the hospital were the two-sided clocks. Those boring two-sided clocks they have in the hospital. And I kept pointing at it and saying clock over and over again. It was one of my first words, just after mama. So, yeah. Oh my gosh, I keep running into my coffee. It's down here on the ground. But, yeah, and then eventually my grandma found these clocks online, and that sort of, it's just taken off from there. I still have my very first rhythm clock, and I have a lot of clocks that I've gotten from back then. This I got as a gift from my mom. It was the only way they could potty train me. I went to the bathroom on the potty like a big boy for 6 months or something, and they bought me a clock. So, I still have it, as you can see. TB, yes, I do. Check this out. It expires, I think, 48 hours, actually. I think I said 24 hours, but I'm pretty sure it's 48. If it's not, I will update it, because I said 48 now. So, it will be 48 hours. There you go. But this is one of my favorites. I'll play this version, which is the new version, and the old version after. And you guys can tell me which one you like better. So this is the new version, and here is the original version. Similar, but it has a different backdrop and a different sound. That was My Bonnie Lies Over the Ocean. Bruno, I agree with you. I think both versions are my favorite. I don't really think I could pick a favorite because I really like them both. Ideally, I think I would prefer to have this look with the original sound of the old one. If the code isn't working, try making it all caps. But go ahead and send me, if you're having issues, send me a message in my DMs on here, or there's also a contact form on my website. I I tested it before I went live. Uh-oh. I hope that I may have set the date wrong. I will check. I might have messed up. And if I did mess up, I will make it right. It was sort of a spontaneous thing, but send me an email if you are having trouble with it, and I will figure something out for you as soon as I get off of the live stream. Sorry about the inconvenience, guys. It might work if it's all caps. Let me know if it works if it's all caps. That could be the issue. But yeah. Sorry about that. Sensor. If you're asking about the sensor, the sensor on this one is up top somewhere, I think. It's kind of hard to find because they hide them. Hold on, I'm gonna get up on my bed. It's very high up on the wall. Let's see. Yeah, it's right up there. Right by the planet. There's the little sensor. But yeah. So whenever that thing doesn't detect light, the clock doesn't go off. I guess I didn't have to do all that. I could have went over here to this one because they're in the same spot anyway, but it's just right there on the angel. But yeah. Let's see. Happy New Year from Romania. Happy New Year from the USA. I hope you're having a great New Year so far. Do you have an aquarium lamp? I do not. I don't know what you mean, actually. Do the clocks chime every hour or at midnight if the lights aren't off? Do all clocks have the light, the sensor? Oh, that's what you were saying sensor about. Oh my gosh. As long as the lights are on in the room, they chime every hour. And 99% of them have the sensor. Like, I would say, out of my 300 clocks that I have, I would say there's maybe 3 to 5 that don't. It's very rare. All of the new models that are released, and that are produced nowadays, all of those have the night sensors. But yeah. Let's see. There was one comment I was going to come back to. Most basic or boring clock? There, you just said it again. How long do the batteries last? Anywhere from 6 months to a year is what I tell people, because if the clocks have battery leakage, it's just like any other appliance. If they have battery leakage, it can ruin it to the point where it's not fixable. So I typically tell people to change the batteries every 6 months to a year. But most basic or boring clock, probably this one down here. It's very basic. It's pretty boring. It plays Westminster though, and it sounds really, really nice. So I will demonstrate that now. For it being such a simple clock, it has a really nice sound. Oops, I did not mean to invite you. I apologize. That was an accident. I hope I didn't jump scare you. It's got a very strong chime too. If you compare that to the newer chimes that Rhythm has, because this is an older Rhythm clock from the very early 2000s, and this is one that's still made today. Very realistic. I wish I had more time on my hands. Can't lie. This one does have really good sound as well. I like both of them. It's just this is a little more synthetic and this is a little more realistic. It just depends on what you like, I guess. But yeah, I feel like there was something else I was gonna respond to. Oh, most bizarre. There are quite a few different bizarre clocks here. Um, I don't know. I would say this one is one of the most bizarre, for sure. Thank you, Gothic Star. Good night and Happy New Year to you as well, Elliot, Bruno, Linda, Nathan. Thank you guys all for coming in. I really appreciate it. And hope you enjoyed. The rest of this stream will be uploaded on my YouTube channel tomorrow. So, hopefully, as long as TikTok lets me do the live stream archive thing, it has been glitching the past few times. So, fingers crossed that they fixed it. We're going to hope. Brian, unfortunately, that one is not on my website yet. It will be sometime this year, sometime this month. It should be up. It's been very busy with Rhythm shutting down, and I have been getting some shipments in from them with some new clocks, so I've been focusing on that recently, but that one will be up soon for sure. So they chime all at once, like just now every hour. Yes, basically. Each of these clocks that I'm demonstrating solo right now will all go off at the same time at the next hour, which is about 40 minutes away. So come back in 40 minutes if you want to hear a little bit of chaos. Do you plan on switching platforms if TikTok goes away? I do have YouTube. I have Instagram. I've got every single social media in the game pretty much. So, and I still do those to this day, and I have. TikTok, I didn't use Instagram very actively, but TikTok was actually one of the last social medias that I got. And although it is my biggest platform, I have been focusing more probably on YouTube in the past couple of months and Instagram especially. So if you do want to keep up with me and you have either of those platforms, I do have the link in my bio. My YouTube is Timeless Moments, and my Instagram is at TM Clocks for Timeless Moments Clocks. But yeah. But they chime at night. Can you even sleep when they chime at night? They do not chime at night. As long as I have the light off in the room, they each have little night sensors on them. Light sensors. I always say night sensors. For example, this Seiko right here, this little teeny tiny dot right there, that is a sensor, and whenever that doesn't detect light, the clock does not play music on the hour. This one here, which I will demonstrate in a moment, that little dot right there, that is a sensor, and whenever that doesn't detect light, the clock does not go off. So yeah, this one is one of my favorites in my collection, and you'll see why. There it is. My friends at Champ's Clock Shop down in Georgia call that clock the garage door opener. Because it kind of acts like a garage door. Which is true. It's kind of funny. But yeah. Let's see. Happy New Year, Adrian. Happy New Year. Thanks for stopping by. Do you fix your clocks yourself? I love your videos so much. Thank you so much, Emma. I really appreciate that. I do fix them myself. I've been learning a lot about it in the last 2 years, probably. And I do fix them all. And even some that I sell, I do fix them. Like this one here, I replaced a battery terminal in, and it works pretty good now. It doesn't do a whole lot, but it plays 30 songs, and I really like watching that like dual pendulum move. What's up, SpongeBob Sonic guy? Your clocks are really cool. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Glad you enjoy. Let's see, when do you stream? I don't really have a schedule. It's just kind of whenever I can and feel like it. So that is now currently. I also do go live on my YouTube sometimes. So if you do YouTube, my YouTube is Timeless Moments, and I do go live on there sometimes as well. Let's see here. Oh, the Hello Kitty clock. Yes, I'll play that, and then I'll come back to this one because I do want to play that one. I don't think I've played it yet. This one here is one I'm currently working on. Actually, I just thought I'd hang it up because I know a lot of you like the Hello Kitty clocks. But yeah. That's exactly what I was saying earlier. It's very sun bleached. You can tell that it was hung in the sun for sure. Someone said that they thought it was supposed to be the Hawaiian Hello Kitty because she's tanner or something, I guess. Which I thought was kind of funny. I was like, nah, that's just that's sun bleached, but yeah. Hey, question. I know you're amazing at collecting clocks. Thank you so much. Mars, I'm glad you enjoyed that one. If you liked that one, there's another one over here as well. Which this one is a little more popular. This one is mine. I won't be getting rid of this one. I really like this one. Yeah, this is how a lot of people found me, is either this clock or this one up here, because it plays Honesty by Billy Joel. Those are probably the two most popular clocks that I've posted. And more recently, there's a Seiko clock over here that people have really been liking as well. Thank you so much for the heart me. Yummy clocks. Thank you. Oh my gosh, how am I going to pronounce this? Hold on. Nabibo. I'm going to call you Nab. Nab. That's going to be your name. If you type it out how how you pronounce it, I will try and pronounce it. I'm sorry. I'm so bad at pronouncing things. Thank you so much though for the heart me. I heart you. But this is another one that's been sort of popular recently, and for good reason. It's very satisfying to watch. Let me see. I got some comments. I want to see pendulum clock. There are a lot of different pendulum clocks. This is a pendulum clock. It's a little more fancy. And then there's a more traditional one right here. You've got the snowflake with the cool crystal pendulum as well. Let's see. Which is your most expensive clock? I think the one that I paid the most for was actually probably this one right here, which is very similar to the Totoro clock, just not as cool for the general public. It's got like some ships that move underneath it, but a lot of you prefer the Totoro clock over that. Oh, thank you, Ray, I think, for the heart me. I heart you back. Thank you so much for that. Thanks for watching. Can you play the Angel Kiss? Yes, I'll play the Angel Kiss after I play the Totoro. Just remind me if I forget. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. If you say something in chat and I miss it, just send it again and I will respond at some point. I promise. I'm sorry. There's just a lot. I try my best, but my brain is all over the place. Play another song. Any SpongeBob clocks? Unfortunately, no. I've got some Snoopy clocks. If you want to see those as well. The Seiko with the red center. Okay, I will try and remember that. Remind me if I forget, but I will try and go to that one next. This is the Angel Kiss. Let's see. How often do the clocks need maintenance? I'm sorry, you asked that before and I missed it too. I remember now. It really depends. I mean, I have some that I've had for nearly my whole life, and I have some that are older than me that I bought used, and they still work to this day, like great. Let's see if I can find one here. This one I got whenever I was 4, about, I think maybe 4 or 5, and as you can see, it still works. It's not in the best shape, because I really loved that thing whenever I was 4. But, yeah, it still works. It still plays and everything as well. And I'm 23 now, for reference. Though, don't worry, Adrian. I'm going back. I didn't forget. Not this time. Maybe next time, though. Will you ever get the SpongeBob Spin-O clock? If not, that's okay. Up to you. I don't think I've ever heard of that before. I'd have to look and see what it is. I do like SpongeBob though, so yeah. But this is the Angel Kiss. I think it's kind of an underrated clock. It works similar to this one up here because it's got this sort of dual pendulum thing going on here. You've got these little angel guys that are moving while these angels up here are kissing. Angel Kiss. It's nice, and it plays some J-pop songs as well. They're really pretty though. Also, if you're keeping track, we've got less than a half an hour left until all the clocks go off on the hour again. Tell your friends. They've got about 25 minutes. Thank you for the question, SpongeBob. I'm happy to answer. I'm just gonna call you SpongeBob. I'm a SpongeBob fan for sure. I used to binge that on Netflix. I think whatever streaming service it was on. Seiko with the red center up next. Where do you buy your clocks? If you're interested in the beautiful Angel Kiss clock, for example, take a screenshot if you like. If you are looking to doom scroll on a website, this is a great website to doom scroll on. I do it a lot. I like to admire my work because I've spent so much time working on that website in the last year. But yes, if you're looking for a clock, that is the destination. A lot of the ones you're seeing on the stream are for sale. I would say maybe 25%. The other 75% is my collection. And I do have more. Usually this room is just my collection, but I did sort of switch some out with some that I also have for sale. So I could get kind of a mix of everything. But let's see. Show me a Hello Kitty clock. I will remind me and I will show you after I do this Seiko clock because someone asked me about this Seiko clock probably 10 minutes ago. If you notice there at the beginning, it sort of jerks a little bit. This is one that I'm also trying to work on. It doesn't open smoothly. And there's a little noise. It's probably not a big deal, but I'd like to try and eliminate it because they don't typically do that. But yeah, I really like this one too. It plays Beatles songs, which is also pretty rare. But this is the 2016 Seiko Collector's Edition. You'll be able to find it if you look that up. But yeah, it is very beautiful in a melancholic way. I think it's really the Beatles music. They really have a way, or had a way, of like writing their music, so it's very like pretty and it can be upbeat, but it just has that sort of like like the I can't even talk, existential dread behind their music. God, I'm losing it. I can't tell you the last time I streamed for this long. But I'm debating between the 2015 and 2016 Seiko. I would say 2016 for sure. That's my favorite. The 2015's good, but I like the fact that this one has the doors on it, and I prefer Beatles over the other popular songs, but that's up to you at the end of the day. Everyone has a different preference. I much prefer this one over both of them probably, and this is based on the 2015 clock, so yeah. Do these clocks have night sensors? Yes, they do. Right there. So whenever the lights are out in the room, the clocks do not play, which is really nice. Could you show us your smallest clock when you find the time? Yes. Absolutely. I have these little ones over here. This is probably the smallest one that I've got. It's got this nice night light though, so whenever the lights are out in the room, you can press. I need to take that sticker off so you can actually see the dial of the clock. But oops, I just turned the alarm on. That would not be fun to deal with. What is the average price of the clocks you yourself buy? Do you often buy secondhand? I do buy secondhand, but you have to be careful about buying secondhand. That's a big problem because sometimes people don't understand what they have and they list it, and you might end up with a clock that has like a corroded battery compartment or something like that. Or like maybe it doesn't keep time or something and they just didn't know how to work the clock. If it's pre-owned, I don't tend to spend a lot on it unless I know the seller, or I can verify that the clock's working. But the last new clock I paid about $300 for, I think, for my own collection. But, yeah. Pre-owned, I tend to not spend a lot unless it's something special and I can verify that it works properly. uh to uh to spend money on something and then have it not work. My battery's dying on my phone. We got about 20 minutes. Yeah, a little less than 20 minutes till all the clocks start going again. Let's see. I'm trying to respond to some of these comments, sorry. Which clock is the newest one? The newest new condition clock that I've bought is this one up here. The Peaceful Cosmos 2. Do they have one song or a bunch? Most of them have up to 30. This one's got 30. There's this mantle clock down here that has 36. And some of the newer Seiko clocks have up to 40 something. Maybe 45. 46 or something like that. As a complete noob, what would these be called? What would I have to search to find one to buy? Just musical clock, as a general term, is probably the easiest way to find them. If you're looking to see some that I have here, this is a good place. That is a great place to look. Because there are a lot that you see here, that are there as well. Any clocks with actual chimes instead of a speaker. Yes, I'm sorry. I've seen you say it like 3 times and it keeps slipping my brain. I do have some, but not in this room currently. This is an alarm clock that actually uses this. Hold on, let me adjust the alarm here. This is like a wooden, not bell. I can't think of what you would call it. I'm losing it now. My brain. I'm getting tired now. I haven't had any of this coffee yet either. That'll help. But there. That's what it is. It's so loud too. I don't know if you can hear. Whatever that is. It's like this little wooden thing that hits this other wooden thing. I can't think of what it is. Somebody help me, please. Somebody help me. My aunt has a musical clock that still chimes until now, and she's had it for 29 years. My gosh. That's good, though. I've got a couple that are just about that old as well. This clock here came out in the late 90s, and it's still working. I have not owned it that whole time. I'm only 23, but... yeah. I guess bell, mallet, maybe? Well, like the little thing's a mallet. I think that's what I said earlier. I don't know. You get the idea, though. And then I also have this cuckoo clock over here, which it has a quartz movement, but it has real bellows. And you can see them move back there. But yeah, there's sort of like it's like a paper, and it sort of acts like an accordion. It's washi paper. It's this like special Japanese paper. But that's actually a better angle there. But yeah, Seiko clocks. Seiko's just a brand. And a lot of the ones I have in here are not Seiko clocks. Like this, for example, is a rhythm clock. That's the brand name. This over here is a Seiko clock. If you like the Seiko clocks, their line of musical clocks are called Melodies in Motion. Rhythms are called Magic Motion clocks. So this is a Magic Motion clock right here. And they're the ones that kind of do crazy things on the hour. I also love cuckoo clocks. I wish I could afford to get like a nice musical cuckoo clock, but they are just too expensive. They're far out of my price range. But yeah, I go down to Champ's Clock Shop in Douglasville, Georgia, a couple times a year. And down there they have a very large selection of cuckoo clocks. So it's really fun to go down there. They also have the world's largest technical real cuckoo clock. They had to build a room onto their building just to house it because it was such a big clock. And at the factory, they had to hang the clock outside because it was too big to fit inside of their factory, which is really crazy. But yeah, how do you select different songs? For example, like this one here that I just played, it has different sections. There's Beatles, folk songs, and Christmas. And there's a switch, and there's 6 of each song. So there's 6 different Beatles songs, 6 different folk, and 6 different Christmas songs. And there's a little switch that you switch on the bottom to change between sections. Let's see if I can. I'll just take it off the wall. Give me a second. Thank you so much for the rose as well. Let me. Oh my gosh, I've got them all like sort of crammed in here, so it's hard to. Here we go. As you can see, on the bottom there, that little white thing right there, where it says ABC, that's for the different songs. Like, selection A is rock and roll, B is folk, and C is Christmas. So, you just kind of switch the switch. And fun fact, too, on certain models, they have a secret melody selection where if you put the switch in between the A and the B, just you sort of work it in there with your finger, you can find hidden songs that aren't technically supposed to be on the clock. Like, I will demonstrate with this one right now because it's pretty easy to do. Right here is the switch, and there's B and there's A, and if I just ever so slightly just push it over right in between A and B, it will play hidden songs. Did I get it? Yeah. This one's hidden. Now, some of the newer models, like this one, they have like repeated songs, but there are some that aren't actually on the clocks, which is kind of interesting that they would do that in the factory. And back whenever these clocks used to still play the popular songs like the Beatles and stuff, they got into trouble because they had Japanese songs on the American models that were hidden in the circuit boards. And they didn't have the rights to sell clocks with them in the US. So that's a fun fact. It was just them trying to save money, I guess, but yeah. Let's see. Has your family ever accidentally gotten you a duplicate for a gift? That has happened, yes. And I also have bought duplicates intentionally before. Like, I've bought new versions of old ones that I had that were sort of beat up as like replacement models, but there's some that I won't ever get rid of. This one's actually one over here that I got as a duplicate, but it's all right. I like it. But yeah, we got like about 7 minutes left until it all starts. If you weren't here before, once you hear this cuckoo clock go off, that's when it's officially starting. So, let's see. What is your silliest, funniest clock? Like, one that cannot be taken seriously at all. Well, I'm glad you asked. I think all of the people that know, people that know what this is are gone, but if you don't know what this is, you're about to learn today. This is the rock and roll chicken, baby. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. He has lyrics. I'll play it a couple times. But if you don't love this thing, or you don't know what this is, you are either going to love it and want one for yourself, or you're going to absolutely hate it and probably leave the stream. But here we go.
Wow! Yeah! Hey, baby, wake up. Come and dance with me. Wow! Yeah! Hey, baby, wake up. Come and dance with me.
Wow. Yeah. Hey, baby, wake up. Come and dance with me. Wow. Over and over again. That's the chicken. I can't take him seriously. You gotta love him. He was popular back in the 90s. They used to sell him at like JCPenney. And Spencer's and different like department stores. That one, great clock. They remade them last year. There was a limited production run. The first time they produced them since the 90s, and this is the new version. It's exactly the same. It just has a sweep second hand on it so it doesn't make the ticking sounds. But there it is. There he is in all of his glory. He's even got a graphic box that he comes in. Terminator 2, but it's the chicken clock. Oh my god. That's great. I had to screenshot that. That's great. Have you heard about the new Nintendo alarm clock? Alarmo, yeah. That thing actually looks pretty cool. I'm a little bit scared about how it's got like the motion tracking on it. But yeah, I don't know. I would consider getting one though for sure. But yeah. I don't think anyone had more clocks than my BF. He sells high-end clocks. Are you saying that I'm your boyfriend? I collect them. I also sell them, but I would say I'm more of a collector first. We got less than 5 minutes left till the hour. Are you guys ready? Because I'm ready for sure. I've had so much fun today. This is like been almost 3 hours, or has it been 3 hours? I don't know. I've had so much fun on the stream, but I don't know if you can tell I am getting tired. I'm struggling to form coherent thoughts in sentences, and that's when I know that it is probably time to end the stream. I told myself I was going to go as long as I could. I got my coffee here, and I didn't even get a drink of it yet. But send the stream to your friends, your family. Tell them to come in. Happy New Year. We've got a couple minutes left till it's pure chaos and all the clocks start going off. Let me know if there's any you want to hear before that happens. And I will play some. I'm going to send him your page. He's going to love it. Tell him to send me an email if he ever wants another clock friend. I am open to making new clock friends. I was dating this girl, and like one of our first dates that I didn't mean to invite you. I apologize. Whenever I had her over for the first time, we had like 3 or 4 clocks in the living room, and it's kind of like, oh yeah, you have a lot of clocks. I was like, yeah, you ain't seen nothing yet. She came upstairs and was like, oh my god, because I literally sleep here, and she did too. But yeah, if there's no requests, I'm just gonna play this one. Yes, Seiko Karakuri clocks in the correct tongue with the correct pronunciation. Karakuri, however you want to say it. Karakuri. In Japan they pronounce it Karakuri, and it means automaton. They are not referred to that here in the States very often. I call them that on my website because it's the accurate name for them. But most of the time when people ask me what the clocks are, they're mostly referred to in the US and countries outside of Japan as just musical clocks. But I think that word is just so cool. And it's something that is used a lot in Japan, but not in the US for some reason. Or any other country for that matter. There we go. it's time. I'm gonna put the cap on my coffee so I don't spill it for the second time today. But it is time. Thank you all so much for coming in and waiting patiently for 3 hours. And there it was. Happy New Year, everyone. That was it. That was the third hour that I captured on this live stream. If you want to watch the first 2 hours, it will be uploaded on my YouTube tomorrow, hopefully. There's a 90% chance. It just depends on whether or not TikTok is going to archive the stream properly. I've had some issues with it, but I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for coming in. Remember this. If you're looking to potentially purchase one of these clocks, I had so much fun. I'm like so tired right now, but I had so much fun. Thank you all for coming in. Happy New Year to you all. I wish you all the what's that thing they say? I wish you all a prosperous 2025. And I hope that you have an awesome year. I hope it totally outdoes last year, and if last year sucked, I hope that it blows it out of the water. You guys are all awesome. Thank you so much. I'm gonna shut up and just sort of walk around the room and demonstrate a few clocks, and then I'm going to call it a night. So this is it from my annoying voice and annoying talking. But yeah, love you all. Thank you all so much. Until next time. Oh my god. Thank you so much for the 12 heart puffs, M. I appreciate it. Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you so much for coming in. You're kind of catching the tail end of it here. This most likely will be re-uploaded on my YouTube channel if you want to watch, and I will be going live on my YouTube channel at some point this week. Probably not tomorrow, maybe the next day. We'll see. But yes. Oh my god. Thank you for the confetti. Alpacali. God, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. I apologize. And Iara, thank you for the dolphins. Literally only TikTok who appeals to my hyperfixation. I love you. I love you too. I will try and find Nocturne. I will. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, God. I know this one plays it. It's easy. I was going to come over to this one at some point. Anyways. Ooh, shoot. Oh, never mind. I did it. Okay. Here we go. What are these kinds of clocks called? I want to get one. I just call them musical clocks. The more technical term is automaton clocks, or the Japanese is karakuri clocks. But they aren't really referred to that in the United States or anywhere outside of Japan. So, musical clocks. This is the marvelous rhythm clock. The brand is Rhythm, and the name of the model is Marvelous. And if you're looking for one, there it is. Yes, Jeff, I'm still alive. I'm not dead yet. I said I was getting off, and then these people were sending me the little emoji gifts, so I had to say thank you, and I'm still here. It's all right. Listen, I have coffee. We're gonna be all right. It is definitely marvelous. There's also a similar one over here that plays the Beatles. If you like the Beatles. Anytime. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed. And yeah, have a happy new year. Do you have one that makes a full circle movement? Most of them go half or do half, then go back the same way. The one I was going to do next does. Happy New Year, chat. Let's go. Happy New Year, chat. I don't know if y'all were in here, but you missed it like 15 minutes ago. All the clocks went off on the hour. And they have been doing that every hour for the past 3 hours. It's true. But yes. The whole live will be re-uploaded to my YouTube channel if you missed. But I am going around the room one more time and pressing the button on a lot of these to demonstrate them all again for those who missed. How is my camera lens dirty? Hold on. Let me clean this real quick. Hi, it's me. Happy New Year. Oh, there I go. I'm back. Oh, just kidding. I'm gone. I'm back. God. This is what happens whenever I'm live for too long. All right. Oh, thank you for the 2025, Nab. If you did say the pronunciation of your name, I missed it, so please say it again. This is a Seiko clock, but a lot of the ones you've seen already are rhythm clocks. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Beep, for the roses. You lit up the rose in the gallery. There were 30. I don't even think I've ever seen that many roses in my life, in real life. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm glad you're enjoying. I'm going to come up here and do the honesty clock. I saw a few people request it. There we go. That song is so fire. I honestly, you're gonna judge me. I like that better than the Billy Joel version. Oh God. It's getting late. I'm sharing my controversial opinions. I do have a high quality version of that uploaded on my profile somewhere. Billy Joel's record label took down the last one, even though the clock company had the rights to use the song originally. Apparently, I'm not allowed to repost it. I guarantee you, back in 2021, the streams on Honesty went like that because of this clock, because that video blew up and it has like 10 million views now. So you're welcome, Billy Joel, but the bear clock down here, I unfortunately don't have batteries in though. But it is cute. The little bears, they spin around on it. But yeah. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the 2025s. Alpacali. Alpacali. God, why do I read that like it's alpaca? Oh my God. I'm losing it. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry I mispronounced your name earlier. And I probably still will do it again. Check out this cuckoo clock, though. It's cute, and it makes a real cuckoo sound with the paper in there. I'll do a little close-up so you can see it kind of. Maybe. You have the same cuckoo clock. Yes! I love this thing. It's honestly, as small and as simple as it is, it's probably one of my favorite clocks in my collection. And that is no joke. It's an underrated clock. Those things are great in the windowsill. That's true. They would look good in the windowsill. I didn't even think about that. Jeff, I honestly... I had someone in here earlier who said that they had the red and white version, and I'm thinking about it, and I might have to buy yours off of you. because I really want that one, and I'm bummed that I didn't get it. I was supposed to get one. I ordered one from Rhythm themselves, and they didn't have it. So, I might have to. Time to be a hater. What is your least favorite clock? Ooh, God. That's a hard one. Oh, you have the white one too. Oh my gosh. You lucky duck. I want the white one. It's like white and red, right? Or maybe you have the Muji version, because the Muji version is very similar, but it's made by Rhythm as well. Least favorite clock? Probably this one, because I bought it from Japan, and it's a simple clock. In US dollars, it's like $30. But the shipping to get this dumb, stupid clock that I have hung on a pin, or whatever those are, thumbtack on the wall, I can't even think. This cost me $200 to ship from Japan. It doesn't even play music. It doesn't even do anything. Like, yeah, it looks pretty, but like, what? $200? I was trying to get that as a gift for my grandma. Come on. Come on. Like, really? Yeah, that's my least favorite clock because of the amount of money that I spent on it. I just got a Seiko clock for Christmas. Yay! Is that the one that with the little star on the dial? That's the 2024 version. I've got the 2017 and the 2016 over here. I think my favorite of the two is the 2016, but I have yet to play the 2017 yet on the stream, so I will now. Time in a bottle. I was just about to ask whenever the song ended, if anyone knew what that was. You're on it today. Were you the one that said sunrise, sunset as well? You must know your songs. Why does it do that? I really don't know, honestly. That's a good question. I couldn't tell you. But guys, all right, listen. I have a new question for you. Jeff, you're getting tote bags? Jeff. You think I could buy some of those off you? I honestly wasn't even gonna get any because I was like, he'll probably get the rest of them whenever it's all said and done, but I did anyways. So anyways, this clock here. You saw this one. I'll do a quick little. See it? It's pretty cool. Got the demonstration mode there. So you can sort of see what it does when it's not. Which one do you like better? That one or this one? Let me know. First clock or second clock? I'm glad that you guys noticed the song as well. Which one do you like better? Whoever said two, I agree. Not that the first one's bad though, because I really do like this first one here. But as you can see, it is very clearly based off of the second clock I played. in the shape of the dial numbers. It's still a really cool concept, though. Still a great clock. Just a better clock. Those are my clock opinions for the day. I just ran over my coffee. That was my run over my coffee noise. But, let's see. We'll come over here. Actually, the next one that I was going to play over here is this one, which is very similar. When do these streams usually happen? I need to catch more of these. This is kind of special. I don't normally do these live streams. This is just for New Year's. I would like to do at least one stream a month, but it really depends on my schedule and stuff. I do go live more on YouTube. If you are a YouTube watcher, my YouTube channel is Timeless Moments. So go check it out. I do go on there and I unbox clocks as well if you want to see me open some clocks up. But yeah, I would like to go live more on TikTok in the future, so it might happen. Who knows, maybe 2025 will be the year that I get my crap together and make a schedule of these kinds of things. Yes, I don't have a lot of time to stream. I really enjoy it, though. I've had so much fun tonight, so thank you guys all for coming in. It's been awesome. But yeah, next up, we've got this one. Bada bing, bada boom. Now is a great time to take a screenshot of the screen because of the piece of paper that I have taped to my wall. Chat, does anyone have a link to the YouTube? I can't find it. I will, youtube.com/c/timeless moments. There you go. I don't know if I'm actually allowed to send that on TikTok. Oh, yeah, I'm not actually allowed. I don't think that went through. That's like these things here. If you go to the link in my bio on TikTok, my link tree, it's on the link tree. Timeless moments. Timeless moments. Also, if you go to this website, the YouTube is on this website as well. I'm not actually allowed to talk about this because TikTok gets mad about it, but whatever. Let's see. Oh, we didn't do Solaris yet. Solaris. This one glows in the dark too. It's pretty fun. Oops, that was the reset button. I'm very what's the word? It's not inaccurate, but I'm not I can't think of I can't form coherent thoughts anymore. Once it gets past a certain time of the night, it's difficult for me to find the buttons. Oh god, that could be really taken out of context. On to the next clock. Ooh, I didn't do this one yet. Here it is. Oh, I've been trying to find one that plays Unchained Melody Forever, my wedding song. I will play one for you after this that plays Unchained Melody. Just for you, I will. Because I really love that song, and it's very special to me as well. Strange looking clock. If you notice, the small hand there is the hour hand, as it would be on a normal clock, and the long hand, minute hand. But whenever the music plays at the top of the hour, good luck telling what time it is. Oh man, yeah. Jeff says, Mom and I used to skate to Unchained Melody. Smoke gets in your eyes with all those good songs. I'm right there with you. My grandma used to sing that song to me, and that's why I picked this clock to be my first rhythm clock, because we were at a store and they had rhythm clocks. I was 2 years old, and my mom asked me, out of all these clocks that do all these crazy things, why is this the one you want? It doesn't do anything. I said, because it makes me happy. And because it made me, or the reason why it made me happy is because it played Unchained Melody. And anytime my grandma and I would watch a video of this clock online, she would sing it to me. And that's some stuff that even just talking about it, it chokes me up. You know, I still have my grandma, thank God, but I know that nothing lasts forever like that, you know, so I hope you could hear it. Sorry, we kind of got cut off by this Westminster chime clock over here, rudely. But yeah, such a pretty song. And I love that, that rendition of it as well. But thank you so much, Justin, for the ice cream cones. I think you're the one that said you got the Seiko clock for Christmas. I hope you're enjoying it. If you're new here, Happy New Year. I've been live for about 3 hours now, and in a half an hour, all the clocks are going to go off again. Actually, less than that, probably like 28 minutes. So, yeah. Where do you find most of these in working condition? I was thinking of looking when I go to Japan next year, since I hear there are a lot of collectors. There definitely are a lot of collectors in Japan, and the clock world has been, I don't know if it still is, but it has been in the past much bigger over there than it is here. Yeah, I mean, like, you can literally go to thrift stores in Japan and find these clocks. Like, you could go to, like, what would be basically like a Goodwill store here. If you see a thrift store in Japan called Off House, they have a lot of these clocks sometimes. Not that they will always be in working condition, though. I think they do test them. I'm not 100% sure on that, though. It's just very hard buying secondhand, although it is the cheapest option, and that's the option that a lot of people go for. It's it's very hard to know whether or not they're in good working shape. I sell pre-owned ones as well, and I test them all. So, I mean, that's kind of a plus side, but mine are definitely not the cheapest online for that reason, because I repair them and I maintenance them and make sure they're working. So, they're definitely, I'm not going to tell you that I'm the cheapest and most affordable person out there, because I'm not. I try to be competitive as I can. But if you look on places like eBay, there are some sellers on there that sell these clocks as well, and there are people that don't know anything about them. There are some that do similar things to what I do as well. Do you have a CRH 270 UR06? Book off. That's what it was. Sorry. That's right. That's right. I think there is one that's called Off House, like a small chain, but they do have the book offs as well. Maybe it's the same thing. Oh my god, I don't know. Yes, this is my room. This is where I sleep. Right here. uh Jeff, yes, I do have the WSM Highland, or at least I'm supposed to. I'm still waiting to find out. I really hope that I do because I really like that one. uh but yes. I really want to go to Japan. That's one of my goals this year. I don't think it's going to happen this year, but I don't know. Fingers crossed. I really, really want to go. But yeah. Anyway, speaking of Japan, here's one I got from Japan. The Totoro clock. Why am I doing this thing with my hand? Gosh. There. Oh my god, it has such a pretty sound too. Definitely probably top 5 in this entire room. It's just so cool. Book Off and House Off are the same store, just different sections. Okay, you're teaching me something new today. Thank you. What I know about this is my knowledge based on going on Twitter and translating some of my Japanese friends' tweets. So that's where my knowledge from what I said was the quote off house came from. So thank you for enlightening me. That's awesome. But yeah, gotta figure out how to transport them safely if I do find the one I want. You could take it to the airport and ship it out of the, like, whatever they have there, DHL or something like that. That's what I would do, but ideally, if you have a friend in Japan, that would help a lot, because then they could ship it for you, and it would probably be a lot cheaper as well. But yeah. Anyways, I'll play another song on the Totoro clock, why not? I was totally going to end it after the last hour, but now it's like, there's only like 20 minutes left till they go off again, so I might as well keep going. Here's another. And this clock would not be hanging on this wall in working condition today if it was not for Jeff in the chat. Champ's Clock Shop. That fella right there is a legend. I would not be on this live stream right now or have a lot of the clocks that are in this room if it was not for that guy. So you gotta shout out Jeff. A quick Google search should help if you add Reddit at the end. That's exactly what I do. If I'm ever looking for like a tutorial on something, I just I search Reddit after it. With the whole like YouTube removing their dislike button and all that. Do you silence them when you sleep? I don't have to silence them when I sleep because they actually do that automatically, thankfully. For example, if we look on this one here, there's a little dot up there. It's kind of hard to see, but no, that's not what I was trying to do. right in there, that little thing, that is a light sensor. So whenever I turn out the lights in this room, the clock doesn't detect light and it tells it don't chime. Which is really nice because now that I have batteries in all of these right now for this little chiming thing that we're doing, ringing in the new year, as I like to say, I would be suffering big time, and so would my parents in the other room had they not been doing that. But while we're on this clock, why don't I demonstrate it? Bada bing. How about another song? Shall we? It's got 30. Might as well play another one. I would definitely like to at least make my own custom clock where I like take parts from a couple different ones and make sort of like a Frankenstein. That's been a dream of mine since I was a little kid. I have not gotten to do that yet. That's a goal. But to build your own clock from scratch, it is plausible, and there are kits out there that you can do it. Nothing like this, just your simple sort of Westminster chime, whatever wall clocks, or just a plain clock that doesn't play any chimes. There are kits out there that exist, and there's a service called Clockit with a K. It's Klockit, where you can buy plans and materials to build entire clocks, like sort of like this here, like your more traditional style type of thing. But it is possible, just not anything like super crazy like this. I mean, it could be done, but yeah. It's almost 4 a.m. here, so I gotta sleep. I could get stuck watching these all night. Guess what? It's almost 4 a.m. here too. So, I'm feeling you. Trust me. But thank you so much for coming in and watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you do want to watch more, I've got my YouTube channel. This stream will hopefully be uploaded there tomorrow. So you can rewatch the whole thing if you want. But thank you so much for coming in, and I hope you have an awesome, blessed, and prosperous New Year. And you as well, Kitty Pie. Thank you so much. Let's see. What's the most surprised, shocked that you were? Oh, there's a hat. Dang, I was gonna try and put it on. Thank you for the cap. I appreciate that, Justin. Thank you so much. Let's see. Ferb, I know what we're gonna do today. Listen, if somebody out there has the talents to custom make a automaton clock, I will commission one, because I think that would be really cool to have something custom. Like I have plenty of circuit boards from these. Like if you want to reuse a circuit board so it plays the same or similar music, let me know if anyone's interested. That would be really cool. Thank you for the tiny dinies as well, Justin. Thank you so much. What else here? McKinley. I personally am not the biggest fan of McKinley, Jeff, but That was one that I was like, nah, I think I'll pass on that one. But it's not that it's bad, it's just not my style, I guess. I think that's the one that it can hang on the wall or sit on a shelf, which is actually really nice. It's like a more traditional style. Yeah, it only cost Rhythm $10,000 to make a prototype. Don't tell him that. I can't afford a $10,000 clock. But the Seiko collector's editions, that's probably the best deal you can get on a clock. For $100. You get something that actually opens up and does something. But the thing is that sometimes they don't last very long because they are so mass produced. They're trying to get them done as quick as possible while spending as little money as possible to make them, which is why this one right now currently has issues and I'm trying to fix it. And there's another one. I have about 6 different collector's edition clocks that are just parts only, that there's no fixing them. They're pretty much doomed forever, which that doesn't mean that they're all like that. And I'm not shading on the collector's edition clocks by any means, because there are 2 right here and there's another one right there. I like the clocks, but they do have a little bit of a higher mortality rate, if you want to say that, than say this Rhythm clock here, for example, or other Seiko clocks that are a little bit of a higher end piece. But the Seiko clocks, it's pretty much like the Sam's Club ones. It's the best bang for your buck. I mean, because you can't beat $100. The only downside is that they don't play the cool songs like these older models play. The clocks were arguing. The new Seiko clock that they put out this year is actually, I do like it. I was gonna get one, but the design wasn't necessarily my favorite. It is really cool because it does have the 6-piece movement, which is similar in concept to this one over here. Just the dial pieces are shaped differently, and I love this one, this silver finish. I really, really like this one a lot. By the way, before I play this one, about 15 minutes left. I'd say maybe 13 minutes left. Until they all go off again for the final time before I call it a night here. Since it is going to be 4 a.m. Holy crap. I think this is the longest I have ever streamed. So thank you so much to everyone who's tuned in, is tuning in, etc., etc. Once again, if you did miss the beginning, it will hopefully be uploaded on my YouTube tomorrow. And I will be going live on my YouTube again later this week. So go check it out. Timeless Moments on YouTube. Here is this one. I'm like a radio station, seriously. And you're listening to 105 or 102.5 Clock FM. This is the Seiko clock playing some classical song. nearly 10 a.m. and you haven't slept yet? Oh my gosh. I appreciate your dedication, but holy crap, you gotta take care of yourself. Says me at 4 a.m. Also, Emma, I'm sorry. I didn't respond to your comment. This is the Small World Band N. Just the letter N after it. It was an exclusive model that was only available in Japan, unfortunately. There was I can't talk. There were two similar models that were released in the US, but they don't have the characters that this one has. And I will play it so everyone else can see. Edelweiss, yes. My gosh, you're on it with all the songs today. Dang. What time is it here? It is 4 a.m. almost. We've got about 10 minutes and 9 minutes till the madness starts one final time. Whenever you guys hear this cuckoo clock go off in about 8 minutes now, that's when it all is about to start. There are going to be about 100 clocks chiming at about the same time within a 3-minute span. So stay tuned for the next few minutes if you want to hear. Why didn't we get that one? I like the Western one too. You still got one? I do still have the Western one, yes. I don't know why we didn't get that one. I think it's cool. Yeah, I really don't know why they did that. There were quite a few Japanese models that were released in this era that I really don't understand to this day why we didn't get them. Because I think they would have sold pretty well. Not that that would have sold pretty well. I don't know, maybe. But, yeah. IFW this. Thank you, 86. IFW you. I appreciate that. We're trying to keep it family friendly. How'd we go from tiny people and clocks to a full band? They hired new people or animals. That is so true. How do you sleep? I'm sorry. I've said this a lot of times tonight, but I'm going to keep reiterating it because I get this question so much. It's very nice. These clocks are not like your typical grandfather clock or cuckoo clock. They have these neat little sensors on them. For example, that one has a sensor right there. This Seiko clock down here has a sensor right here, right there in that little building. And if there are no lights on in the room, the clocks do not go off on the hour, which is pretty neat. So, yeah. Thankfully that exists. And there are a couple, like these Westminster chime clocks down here, where they shut off at 11 and then turn back on at 6 a.m. I don't like that one as much because I like sleeping in. So if those ones have batteries in them, they typically aren't upstairs. But I would say I'd say probably out of the, we'll say 350 clocks that I have, there's probably only 5 that don't have a night shutoff of some kind, whether it's a sensor or the sort of internal thing on the computer. But yeah, When do you guys have the clock chiming event? Well, the clock chiming event for here currently is about 6 minutes away. So you're gonna hear a lot of these clocks go off, but you may be referring to the chiming event at Champ's Clock Shop, down in Douglasville, Georgia, about 20 minutes from Atlanta. I have live streamed from there quite a bit before, and I have uploaded videos on my YouTube channel of their chiming event, but they have over 1,000 clocks in their shop, including quite a few rhythm clocks. I've gotten a lot of my collection from their store. And every March, whenever we change the time here in the United States, Champs has their annual chiming event. And they set every single clock that plays some kind of melody, whether it's Westminster chime, whether it's music like these rhythm and Seiko clocks play. They set every single clock to go off and chime at the same time for one day. And it will be the Saturday before the time change. This year, it will be March 8th, 2025. So definitely worth the trip. I'll be there. If you want to meet me, there will be lots of rhythm clocks. Champ has the cheapest prices of rhythm clocks. Cheaper than me. Cheaper than this beautiful website right here. Even with this coupon code that gives you an extra 10% off of your order on this beautiful website right here. Even with that, Champs still has better prices. So, yes. Cheaper than me. Am I for sale? I don't know. Listen, for the right price. For the right pipe. Okay. Anyway, Jack will be here the first week of March. He did tell me that. I am glad that I'll get to see him again. I really hope he brings me a time dancer. I really hope. I will pay him. I will buy it. I want it so bad. Please, Jack, please. Do you have a contact number so I can call you? Unfortunately, I only have my cell number. I know, what the heck. I really wish, like, I would buy one off of him. And I told him that. But anyways, do you have a contact number so I can call you? Unfortunately, I do not have anything but my cell number. But if you go on the contact page on my website, and if you email me, I will send you my phone number if you need to call me. I just don't want to put it out here on TikTok. And since I will be uploading this stream on YouTube, I will pay him. Listen, you guys don't get it. You guys don't get it. This is for a clock. This is for a clock. What is the time dancer? The time dancer was the very last Rhythm Magic motion clock that was supposed to release here in the United States. And since Rhythm has since left the United States, they did not release it here, but they did release it overseas. Well, our friend Jack is from overseas, and Jeff and I from Champs are trying to convince him to bring us these clocks for our collection. Hopefully. But listen, I will be sleeping very soon. This cuckoo clock is about to go off at any second now, and the chaos will start, and then you won't have to deal with my annoying everything until I go live again on TikTok in another 6 months. Probably not 6 months, but I will try and go live again very, very soon. So thank you so much, Emma. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm glad you enjoyed. And yeah, I wish you a happy new year, happy and prosperous. And yeah. Here we go. It's time. I'm from Britain. Do you want me to chuck Big Ben? I'll take it. If you can get it to me, I'll take it. I will get back with you, TB. And so it begins. And ladies and gentlemen, that was the New Year's stream. I have been Timeless Moments. You have been yourselves. And I hope that you all have a wonderful and amazing and blessed and prosperous and adjective that means something positive New Year. I really appreciate all of you so much. It's been such a fun night. I am gonna pass out after after I turn the lights out to make sure that these clocks don't go off and wake me or my parents up. One final reminder, feel free to take a screenshot if you would like. This beautiful web address up here, timelessclocks.co. Coupon code TikTok 2025, all caps, extra 10% off your order. There are quite a few of these available, such as the Marvelous or Marvelous Pearl, the Snowflake Pearl, the Crystal Dulcet 2 Pearl, He finally face revealed. I face revealed a long time ago. You just aren't a real fan. No, I'm kidding. No, I did though. TikTok just doesn't like when I post my face. So, the wood grain blossom. We also have the chronograph in the black and silver colorway. It's got the cool chrome details. We have the widget wood grain. What else we got? We've got my coffee on the ground that I keep almost knocking over. We have the WSM Lorraine in all of her glory. Check her out with the beautiful silver antiqued finish. We have the Concerto Entertainer Dose. And we have the Caprice. Caprice. There it is. Oh, the Peaceful Cosmos too, as well. There it is. There's one of those left. That's mine. You're not taking that one away from me. There's one left though. But yeah, that's it. I have only one thing left to say. I gave you my good wishes and hopes for the new year. And with that, I leave you with my best friend in the entire world. My life, my soul, embedded into one small but mighty timepiece. Hey, baby. He's dusty. And that's it. Thank you all very much. Have a wonderful, happy, prosperous, sexy new year. Love you all. Subscribe to the YouTube live stream on there later this week. And yeah, thank you all so much. Love y'all. And good night. Or good morning, I guess.